something's got to change. Something's got to give here. At that time, I was 350 pounds.
Hey, what up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new here. It is me, Anne Julie, and today's video is going to be about how I have lost 125 pounds. So this is kind of, I've got a little bit of clips from the previous video that I've done on the subject, and I'm going to link that video in the description below if you want to go check out that full video for a full story on how everything got started in a little bit more further detail. So thank you so much for joining me. So far I'm down 125 pounds. I've got about 55 pounds left. That will bring me to 170 pounds, and then I can get weight loss surgery, which will bring me down to probably about 150 to 155 pounds, which is my final complete goal weight. So this journey, I never thought that I would ever make it this far. I never thought that I would make it this far. I had to throw out everything that I knew about weight loss in order to actually become successful. So I'm excited for this video, and I hope you are too.
And how I went from looking like that to looking like this. I'm wearing an outfit right now that I haven't fit into in many years, so it's an exciting moment for me. I'm 39 years old. I went through that whole rabbit hole of dieting and failing and the yo-yo diets and the, binging and purging and all these things that, all us fat girls do. All of the things that fat girls try. I tried it all. I tried it all, and it all failed. I needed to really just start working with who I was and who I am on the inside, because at that point I was so lost, and I knew that I needed to go right back to the very beginning and start talking about the stuff that I had never told anybody about, because I knew that deep down that's really what was holding me back. Once I was healthier mentally, that's when I started working on my physical health, getting healthier physically. And it wasn't about weight. That's like, it stopped being about weight. At that point, it was 100% about health. It was not about weight. I hardly ever looked at the scale. I didn't, count calories. I didn't measure my food. I didn't do any of that shit that they tell you that you have to do to lose weight. I didn't do any of that, because to me it was overwhelming, and that's the stuff that I always tried to do, and it would be too much, and I would get overwhelmed, and it's just too much to get into, and I would just fail every time. So I ended up basically just giving up on everything that I was taught. I gave up on it all, and just started working on trying to eat healthier. I went to a dietitian too and spoke with her and learned a lot about mindful eating and how to deal with my cravings. I learned a lot about heart hunger versus stomach hunger. And so it got to a point where every time I was hungry, I would stop and think, okay, well, why am I hungry? Why do I want food? Do I want food because I'm bored? Do I want food because I'm sad? Do I want food because I'm happy? Do I want food because my stomach's growling and I'm actually hungry. Like, it's been a while since I ate. Why am I wanting food at that moment? So I stop and think about those things. I also learned to stop and think about to eat with observation. So instead of eating things and being like, I shouldn't be eating this is bad food, or oh, this is good, this is healthy food. Instead of eating that way, eating like, I've been craving this, why am I eating this, what is considered bad food? Why am I eating this fattening food? Why am I eating this healthy food? Eat with observation rather than good or bad, or you should be eating this, you shouldn't be eating this. Eat with observation. Observe while you're eating. Another thing that I learned was part of eating mindfully is allowing yourself to go into those cravings sometimes. You know, allowing yourself those things, because you've always allowed yourself those things and you've overindulged over and over and over again because you try to limit yourself from eating them to the point where you crave them so bad, or you want them so bad, or you're like, oh, it's bad food, I shouldn't be eating it. And then you eat buckets of ice cream, you know. You can limit yourself, and instead of, you know, you can have a little bit of ice cream. And instead of eating a big bowl of ice cream, eat just a little dessert bowl of ice cream, you know, have that little tiny taste and be done with it. And if you want another little tiny taste of that ice cream, maybe wait half an hour and see if you still want it. Or ask yourself, why? Why do you still want it? Is it because it's tasting good and it's satisfying your craving of ice cream that you want? Or is it because you're actually craving something else? So those are like, it's all about eating with observation. That's a huge part of it, and allowing yourself to eat. I used to be a really big evening snacker, big time evening snacker. I used to eat a lot in the evening. I don't anymore. I hardly ever eat in the evening. But when I did eat in the evening, I used to snack on like really high calorie foods, like anything from like frozen prepared meals to like candy, to like ice cream, to, you know, things like that. Those are the kinds of things that I would eat at night, and I would eat them in quite large quantities because usually through the day I didn't eat a whole lot, and then by the nighttime I was absolutely starving, and so I overate supper, and then I snacked all evening long, and then I would go to sleep, and you're not digesting as much when you're sleeping, and it's just this whole crazy vicious circle. So what I started to do was allowing myself to snack in the evening. And at first it was, I would still allow myself those things, but instead of having like one pizza, we call them pizza pop, I think you guys call them pizza pocket or pizza pouches or whatever, right? A pizza, microwavable pizza thing. I would have one instead of having two. Or I would have, you know, like half a bowl of ice cream instead of a full bowl of ice cream. Or, you know, like, a few candies instead of just like the whole fucking bag of candies, you know, like, I had a sweet tooth, so chips weren't really my thing. And so of course, along with the food stuff is also the exercise stuff, and exercise is something that I couldn't do for a long time because of physical limitations. I learned better how to manage my pain, so I slowly started getting out and walking a little bit more. It was basically just, I very slowly started getting out and walking. You know, and it wasn't very long at a time. And, you know, of course, when I first had my accident, when I first got into the walker, it was like 2 minutes at a time, like not even that I could walk. So like it slowly progressed. I started walking a lot, and I will go for, you know, 3 to 4 hour walks, sometimes 5 hours in the summertime.
In 2019, I struggled to get 10,000 steps a day. Hell, I struggled to get 5,000 steps a day half the time. And when I did, I was absolutely exhausted. Now I easily average 15,000 steps a day. And today, I put on this skirt that I haven't wore since before I had my son. that was a moment of pride for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Love you. Bye. Mwah.